Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here. It's midday morning on a Tuesday, the 18th of June. Welcome on into the show. Hope everybody's having a nice morning or afternoon or night or whatever the heck you got going on time-wise. Welcome into the Midday Money Show. At Mr. Sean Higgs on the X. Come give me a follow. It's free to follow. And you could harass me online. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channels. Here you go. You can leave comments after the fact. Support the show. It's free to do. What else is there to say? There's premium stuff. I got 7 baseball winners up for today. I'm number 1 or number 2 on basically all the sites I'm on with Major League Baseball. 53%. It's not sexy, but you're up almost, what do we got here? About 4 dimes on one site, 39.62 on one site, 2,700. Not a bad season of Major League Baseball. Now, let's recap yesterday. We go 4 and 5 in player props, plus 175. Winning day there. We end up dropping our baseball, 100, 100 plus 530. But let's talk about the NBA. Season's over. I gave the shout out to the Celtic crew last night. Davis, Boston as a lock. Let me flip it back here to everybody. T-Money say Mavs win game 4. Pen out game 5. Blowout Celtics. AOD, Boston definitely wins. Marcos, Boston in 6. Nick Nasty, Boston all the way. Cornell Teller, Boston. Pounded Sports, Dallas in 7. Jesse Shule, Dallas in 6. Davis last night, Boston was a lock, I think I mentioned. I think that's about it for the Boston Celtic backers. I got to say, the nonsense that I was talking to Jesse today, we're doing our little show, and he was talking about Portnoy saying the Celtics are the best team ever. I said ESPN are glad these guys as the top team, like whatever these kind of ratings they use for this kind of nonsense. Bro. Best team ever? Top 10 team of all time? What world are we living in here? The Celtics were favored in August to win. They were favored in January. They were favored 2 weeks ago to win this. They were favored when the playoffs started. They won. I don't want to knock them for beating teams like the Heat, who didn't have their best player, or the Cavs without their best guy, or the Pacers without their best guy, or the fact that Giannis was out and Embiid was out, and they won a conference by 15, 16 games over a Knick team. Listen, Mr. Numbers could say Jalen Brunson is better than Curry and Michael Jordan, and these wackos are saying that since, I mean, hi, I got the most points at 27. But, I mean, really, for the playoffs, it makes you great? No. It makes you a guy on a team that nobody else scores on. Celtics won. Leave it at that. Good for them. They had been bridesmaids for a while, losing the conference finals. You got the championship. You won. I don't want to say it's, and again, I don't think it's fugazi like the crappy Laker bubble tournament win. You played the whole year. You were favorites the whole year. And that's where the pressure's at. You were favorites the whole year. Yeah, you should have won. But you know what? You did, and you won convincingly. You crushed everybody in the playoffs. You crushed the Mavericks, whether they were the 5 seed or not. I like the Mavs. I thought they had the best guy on the floor, even though he's a swinging door on defense. It wasn't even close. Hats off, Boston. Good for you. Good for you. There we go. Let's get the plays up here. Twitter plays are posted. You can listen afterwards. Podcast form. Again, the YouTube channels, Sean Higgs, Winning Free Picks. Give him a follow. Poll question. It's the same poll question most of the time. Just answer it. If you're on the X watching, head over to one of the channels. Winning Free Picks, Sean Higgs YouTube, either one. Hit the likes. Let's go. We got a Facebook page for our crew out there. Davis, Dennis, Rick Wild, Abel, Brio, Mike Downey, the whole Facebook family. Welcome on in. Major League. Oh, I said after the fact. So podcasts. If you listen to podcasts on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Pandora, any of those, Midday Money, it's there with Look at Lines. 100 and 100. I thought I was getting a split yesterday. We had 8 runs in the Angels game. It ends at 8 runs. I can't get that half run. Plus 530. It happens. I'm not going to complain about a plus 530, 200 games. We're up a little bit. We'll take it. Uh, Again, on the season, these are not all plays that I use on the sites. I think I've said this before. There are premium plays included when I do this kind of stuff, but it's not every game. It's not every game. On the sites, we are 186 and 169 plus 2388. Back at it today. Again, I got a 7-pack up. And here we go. You got a couple of them here. We got the Orioles plus 130. Did this with Detroit Lenny yesterday. This is a play I also have on the site. I got about plus 134. I did this with Ross and Chipper as a free pick as well. I like the Orioles today. Cortez at home, fabulous. But I can't complain about a guy who's got a .81 whip and a 190 batting average against, 170 ERA. But this is a team that beat him a couple weeks ago. This is a team that beat the Yankees 7 out last time, 7 of the last 10 times they've played. It's a team that gets zero respect as a road team, even though they had one of the best records the last 2 years and this year combined. I'm going to say they're top 2 or 3 overall, winning on the road. You give me 130, I will take it. The Twinkies run line here. Now, I was talking about this game last night. Lopez, Savali, both guys not that good, but I think the Twins lineup with Lewis is a difference maker here. Tampa Bay on the road, Mr. Numbers will tell you they steal and cheat and steal signs at home. The team is not that good this year. They're not hitting the ball well. Pitching is depleted, not decent bullpen. Usually they throw out a bunch of young guys. I don't know. I know Lopez has not been good. Plus 135, though. I'm not laying a 160, 170. 135, let's go run line. The Mets, for me, very hot. And that's it. Let's be honest here. I got to pick them. I've won, 6 in a row or something like this for the Mets? What are we at? 6 in a row? 9 to 10, some ridiculous run they're on. Do you really want to take Texas? I said this last night. Let's go take a Ranger team that's lost 4 straight in a pick 'em. Is that let's fade the team that's as hot as anybody the last 2 weeks in baseball, 3 weeks in baseball, winning games, or we can take a Ranger team. Let's get in front of it. Let's take a team on a losing streak, who is one of the biggest under teams in the league because they can hit and haven't hit as we're in mid June now. It's let's make a look how cool I am taking Michael Lorenzen plus 102 or whatever -1. No, Mets run line. You want to be a cool kid and take the Rangers run line plus 180? Go for it. I don't care. Just take a run line in this game. Don't overthink it and be like, oh, Texas -105 easy. Mets -105 easy. Get some money in your pocket, clowns. Let's go. Run line Mets. Get it done. Prop time 100 and 150 is our record. A 4-5 day. We were 4-1 and couldn't catch anything late. But you know what? When you're taking plus 190s, who do we catch? A 190, a 180, a 175, a 125. You make some money. And we did. 100 and 150 plus 1795. Not too shabby. Let's head back to this Yankee O's game here. And Rushman with a 577 batting average versus Cortez. Listen, one lonely ribby, I get it. But you're 8 of 15 versus a guy. You're going to give me 205. You're in a 2-hole. I get it. That's why it's high. But I thought about adding a run here. He's a plus 110 for a run. 110. Could I put it in here for poops and giggles? I could have. I just didn't. I think they're going to score some runs here versus Cortez. We like them for the game. I'm expecting guys to be on base. As we travel down the lineup, we see little Jake Westberg, plus 195, and Mr. Mateo, a plus 220. Yes, I'm going to look for higher end guys. And Mateo's got a 300-some average in 13 at bats. So he's had some success. And honestly, I've talked about the Yankees before. I think they've beaten some bad teams. Orioles, I think, are a good team. Good numbers for Nestor, but It's a team that has faced them a bunch. Even the guys who are not hitting, what are you hitting 220 something again? You've faced them. You've faced them enough. I don't need you to go 4 for 4. You can go 1 for 4 versus this guy if one of the outs is a sac fly, or you're grounded into a force out that advances runner, and then somebody else knocks the guy in. I'm taking the Orioles. I'm big on the O's today. Sorry, Yankee fans. Get upset. I think the Orioles overtake you for the division. How about that? That's what I think. Oh, I didn't scroll anything. I had these both hit, and nothing is on Scroll Town. I apologize. I thought it was scrolling down. Sorry about that. No one even said it. And even if you did say something, I wasn't in the comment section. So it would have been quite a minute for me to figure out that there was nothing, that I was not scrolling when I said we were scrolling. Let's get them in the comments section here on YouTube for everybody. Happy as a clam on a Tuesday. All right, they are posted. Boom for that. Let me get a sip of something to drink. All right, 12 minutes of me talking. Let's get to the comments, how everybody is today. Dave, good morning, Higgs. Best bet say Phillies run line, Reds money line, over 9 runs, Yankees, O's game. Let's start Yankees O's. This was a 8.5. It's gone up to 9. I ran down Nestor's numbers. Tells you he's going to get hit and the O's are going to win this game. There you go. You like the Reds with Lodolo. I don't mind. I like Nick Lodolo. Sure. I think our guy Stop Geo came in last night and said, hey, how about some Tyler Stevenson and Spencer Steer ribby number? I think they're like 145, 130. I don't hate it. I think they got some homers versus Falter here. So, okay. Philadelphia run line, only way to go with Aaron Nola. I don't want to lay 150. And my guy the Chipper on a 16-1 run, by the way, he liked the under. I agreed with the under in the San Diego game. So, hockey, get the pen out, Florida Panthers. We're really going out of our way here, Dave. I mean, I'll write it down, Dave. I'll write it down. Panthers, money line, pen out. 140 favorite. I kind of like them first period plus 170. That's what I'm leaning to. A plus 170 Florida. Marcos in the house. Told you Hicks boss by double digits. The basketball season would end last night. Boston wins 4-1. Gentlemen sweep, but they won't do it next year. My Road Warriors and Bucks will win it. One of them wins next year. Warriors or the Bucks next year? Yeah. The Warriors won't sniff a conference finals, more or less getting into a championship finals for this NBA season. Not happening. The Bucks possibly. I mean, you got Giannis. You saw them win before, so I'm not going to say no to that team. The Warriors. It's funny. It's turning into a comedy show today. Warriors. Hit the like button for you, Mr. Nico Marcos minute. I said Brown would be MVP. Yes, you did have the MVP. Is Brown's number? I said this before to Jesse. I said, does Brown have the same number as D Brown? Were they both number 7s? Somebody do that for me. T Money's in the house. Spent some soccer today. Going to be betting soccer 70% of the time. Rest of the season. Georgia money line plus 6-1, 11-1 for the Czech Republic to win on both teams to score. I guess that's the country of Georgia, not the Georgia Bulldogs. So when you say the rest of the season, does that mean summertime? You're not going to bet any NFL or college football? What is the soccer season? Does it even count? T-Money's leaning O's and the Mets today for value, but didn't bet either. May bet the O's alive if they go down early against my boys, though for 2-1. If I get, yeah. Here's the thing, though. Will they go down? They got a guy they're stretching out. Right, he's gone 4 innings, 5-5-5, and 5 in the third innings. He hasn't given up. I think he's given up 3 runs in those 4 games, so he's been okay. Walks have been an issue. 8 walks, 16 Ks in those 4 games. Can he avoid Soto and Judge? Don't put those guys on. Oh, sweep. I said O's are going to win this series. And tomorrow you got Cade Povich, Maury Povic's kid, going tomorrow against Cole. I can't wait for that to line out. You got to. I'll come in here tomorrow. I'm telling you right now. Orioles are going to be in here tomorrow, plus 180 or whatever they're going to be getting from the Yankees and Cole. I don't care if Cole struck out 11 guys at 4 innings at AAA. Is that supposed to impress me? Guys now strike out 190 times and they're cool. So I don't care that he won at AAA. Next up, time for USA to win another gold medal. And what sport's this? We talking soccer? Michael B's in the house. Need more basketball and football, less boring baseball and whack hockey. We don't need basketball. NBA basketball is terrible. It's a terrible product. You saw that. You see that all season long. Hockey, I could give or take hockey. Baseball, though, I mean, what are you talking about? 7 days a week, multiple games a day, 10 ways to hit a game. Side, total, nerfies, yerfies, strikeouts, total outs, hits, runs, ribbies, homers, doubles, anything you could ask for is in Major League Baseball, Marco. Mike F. Thoughts on under 12 runs tonight? Dodgers in a Rocky game. I'd say yes. Commer's been decent at home. I like the Rockies. Said that last night during the Marcos Minute. And hey, Marcos Minute was right off the show last night for late night money. We start right up with it. David says Detroit Lenny, Michigan State win 5.5 games this year. I don't know about that. I mean, I haven't dove into the big. Are they still the Big Ten or is it the Big Pac 4? I don't even know what it is. I don't know if I'll be like Michigan State this year. Kind of like Penn State this year. Mike F. Who would you bet tonight if you had to take one to win? Money line. Brewers at Angels or Royals who play Oakland. Brewers are minus 142. Royals 125. Royals are a little worse on the road. Their hitting splits are terrible on the road. I would say Royals. But do I want to lay 125? I'd rather do a run line. If I'm gonna lose, like if one of these teams loses, I'd rather lose run line than taking money lines and lose an extra. Like I think if the Royals win, they should win the game like 7-2 or something like that, right? They should just win the game. And same with the Angel game. Angels won last night. So if I think the Brewers win, do I want to lay 140-ish? I'd rather come in and say, hey, give me and I'm going to pull up for you, whatever it is here. Hold on. Royals are plus 135. Brew Crew a plus 115, 120. I'd rather say, you know what, give me a 115. And the fact that it's only a 115 seems a little low. I'd rather take Brewers run line there, Mike. Over or under Detroit Lenny, over or under for Michigan State wins. I'll lean under 5.5. Michael B. Giants first 5, money line 110, full game 110. Webb is on the hill. We like him. Again, I had to pick him. I'm getting a better pitcher. I don't hate it. The Natties, we like the Natties. The Natties are quietly becoming the team in here, I think. You don't like that national team. A little dangerous. Could be a little dangerous. And the Mets. Red hot Mets. I had to pick them. Sure. Teammate, the best team doesn't always win. Boston's a great coach. Holiday's a shell. Is a hell of a floor general, and Brown grew up. Tatum is still trash and overpaid. Denver is still the best team in the NBA. I'm shocked that this wasn't the Lakers are the best team in the NBA. Denver's good. They got the best guy for sure. But again, Boston was favored to start. This is going back all the way to September, Team Money. They were favored to win it. They made the deals to improve their team, Porzingis, Holiday, and they won. Is it shocking they won? Like when you're an odds-on favorite to win something, is it? I don't know if I get all excited. You should have won. You did win. I give them the credit because the pressure was on to win, and they blew teams out. 14-point faves in the play. I mean, it was a joke. They were double-digit favored in all the first 2 rounds. It's crazy. Marco said, I did say 4-2, but I meant to say 4-1. Well, I thought the series would be a 4-2 kind of series. And if Luka or Kyrie got really hot, it would have been a 7-game series. Didn't happen. It was 4-1. Could have been a 4-0 sweep. Michael B. Props today. Ramos, that's your guy. Total bases. Stephen Kwan, total bases for Cleveland. Correa, 110. Charlie Blackman. Correa for the Twinkies. I like the Twinkie. Lewis is back for them. Changes the lineup totally. Changes the lineup. T-Money. College football. Yeah, another month. Actually, not even another month. It's July in 2 weeks. So I gotta start doing that. We'll get into that kind of stuff. Michael B. Chapman Homer 260. His ribbies minus 117, total bases 140. Those are Aaron Judge outs. Yeah, like what is that about 260 for a homer? Well, it's got to be the wins in the Cubbies at Wrigley. There's the Winning Free Picks Facebook. If you're on Facebook, say hello. There's my Sean Higgs channel. Come follow Winning Free Picks as well. Michael, what do you say? I'm a Yankee fan, but I don't see them beating the O's. Yanks have been great, but again, playing 700 ball is difficult. I got to say, if you're a Yankee fan, you don't think they've overachieved a bit. Did you think? And I've said this before, Michael. Rodon, I sort of expected a better year if he's healthy. We've seen him pitch good when he's healthy. Louis Gill. It's Louis Gill. I know Louis Heel. You got a guy who's pitched 90. Most he's thrown is 90 innings or 96. Like, if you don't think we're going to get regression out of this guy, and maybe not. Maybe he's having a Doc Gooden 24-2 year. And if he does, watch out for the Yanks. But again, him, Schmidt, Rodon will hit a little bump. It just happens. You see it every year. And that's not just the Yankee pitchers. I said this about Lugo. I said it's about Suarez for the Phillies. Anybody's out to anomaly starts, they're going to have a little comeback to earth moment. Orioles are good. The Orioles have beat them 7 out of 10. Orioles got a better lineup. I don't care. Judge and Soto are better? Sure. What about the other 7 guys in the lineup? Ben Rice? Get this line. When are they getting J.D. Davis? That's who they're going to sign. A's DFA a guy. Yanks will scoop him up with Rizzo out. Picks from Dave. Grape Kool-Aid. Who didn't love Kool-Aid? I liked the Hawaiian Punch back in the day. Remember Punchy would come through the walls? Those big aluminum soup cans that the Kool-Aid would come in. Michigan State football under Davis under. Sapio says a Buxton Dinger, not sure of the number. I would go Julian. He's a little power guy there. When I've used him during the live show, he's hit homers both times we've used him. Michael Bay, I may play the Panthers, but I'm on plus money. Panthers win the first period, and the game is regulation 3-1. I don't hate. Listen, they are plus 170 for the first period, so I'm not gonna. If they're gonna come out at home, they take a 1-0 lead or 2-0 lead. It cashes. Boom. Let's go. T-Money. Warriors team getting blown up. I mean, seriously, the Warriors to win next year. Is that a joke? That's like you coming here saying the Lakers are going to win next year. It's not happening. See, the Bucks, if Giannis is healthy, I could say the Bucks. But the problem is they got Doc Rivers as a coach. D Brown wore 7. Both were in 7. Yes, okay. I thought they did. I was like, what is that about? I saw. I'm like, wait a second. Wasn't D Brown number 7? D Brown. Look, we don't throw shade at the Warriors. Let's see how the offseason goes. I believe in our owners willing to spend money to make this. Here we go. Here, what are you doing? Yeah, let's run it back. Bring back Clay for $47 million. What could go wrong? Come on. Marcos, here we go. He's agreeing with Michael. Let's go Warriors. I would write this down in this book, but this book is going to be gone by mid-July. We'll be out of this book. Where's my guy T-Money? T-Money, are you screenshotting this stuff? Are you going to screenshot the Warriors to win it all kind of stuff here? The Olympic USA men in 2 months for what? For basketball? Who even cares? The Olympics are terrible. Kansas under 8.5 in football. Davis is already on college football win totals. I didn't even look at their schedule yet, Davis. Thanks for Marcos. Yeah, I did it last night. I'm sorry. Um, it's right at the beginning of the show. I probably could have did it now because we are basically just in baseball, but I jumped into everything else. My apologies. The Marcos Minute usually flies too early in the show. I should have done it. Vanderbilt over 2.5 for college football for Davis. Ninja's coming in. One of the worst finals I've ever seen. Are the Celtics overrated, Ninja? Thank God it's overrated. Tatum didn't win MVP. Houston Texans over 9.5. Texans. I got the Colts to win. Texans, no. Texans, no. Under Texans. No, thank you. Colts in week 1, baby. Inspirational Siegel, my guy. Yankees under. This was 8.5 and it went to 9. Why is that about? What is that about? Seattle money line versus Cleveland with Bryce Miller. It's tough betting Seattle on the road. Seattle loses on the road. Bryce Miller's numbers are worse on the road. Not loving Bryce Miller there. Although I'm not loving McKenzie. He's been walking some guys. KC money line minus 125. They better beat the A's, but again, the road splits would say for me, I'd rather do a run line because if I'm going to lose, at least I'd rather lose even money. Eagles over 10.5 wins. I could probably get behind that because I think the NFC East is bad. I mean, they should go 7-1. They should sweep Washington, sweep Giants, and go 1-1 versus Dallas. So they should have one loss there. So that's 5 wins in our pocket. Again, I have to go through the schedule. Michael Bay, I never said that the Dubs are going to win at all. I said, let's wait and see how the offseason shakes out before we start burying teams. We didn't have a great plan. We don't have a great plan like the Lakers. Here we go. Now he wants to attack. Now he's attacking the Lakers squad. What is your plan? You got Draymond Green still. You can't resign Clay. I wouldn't resign Clay. And Curry's getting old. What are you doing? You got Denver still at the top. You got the Thunder on the rise. You got the T-Wolves on the rise. You got the Mavericks. Whatever you say, they were just in the finals, and you think they're a crap team. The Suns, we could think of them as a trash squad. The Clippers with Kawhi, who knows? That guy I think should just retire. And then the Lakers, Warriors. I love the Lakers, Warriors, and the Suns. Mr. LeBron, Curry, and KD, the best players, are all in playing game fashion. Nick Candy's coming in. What do you say there, Nicholas? Welcome. Thanks for popping in today. The O's as a free pick today. Twins run line. Mets run line. Papadopoulos here. Ribbies. Rushman 205. Westberg 195. Mateo. Big numbers. The line's gone up here from 8.5 to a 9 on the total. Even though Cortez got great numbers, I don't know. Something tells me Baltimore is the play. Minnesota over 6.5. The Golden Gophers. Davis is already into college football. I watched one college football show, and I did kind of agree with, I think, who was it they were talking about? And I was like, yeah, I could get down on that one. I think it was Texas State to win the Sun Belt at plus 500. I could do a 5-1 on Texas State because that was a team I was looking at real fast in one of the little magazines the other day. Like we says, you're right. Maybe I should become a Nets fan. I can root for a winner. Here we go. Listen to me. Here the Nets. Now you're gonna come after the Nets. The Nets haven't been good since back-to-back championship runs at the turn of the century. Now, if you're trying to be funny because Drazen Petrovic was a better shooter than Steph Curry and Klay Thompson combined, I understand. Chris Morris is better than Draymond, Derek Coleman, Kenny Anderson. I get it. Much better team. Much better team. But I think the Warriors, it's over. That was at NFL Minnesota. So Minnesota Vikings over 6.5. Yeah, that's going to be a no for me with a Sam Darnold, JJ McCarthy combo. Not interested. Minnesota 6.5. Davis, no, thank you. Again, I had the Darnold MVP this year or last year rather because I thought, hey, Purdy hadn't thrown a ball and it was August yet, so I'm getting a guy who had, I don't say good numbers, but they weren't terrible for the Jets. He's going to a better coach, a better team, better players all around him. I thought I could steal something. Lo and behold, Mr. Irrelevant, there was nothing wrong. Nothing was wrong with the guy. St. Louis, Lance Lynn, a 140 spot here versus Miami. Do you want to lay 140 with Lance Lynn, Davis? I can't. Give me the 115 on the run line instead. Like he says, Craig Hodges was a better shooter than Del Curry. Everyone pre-9 was better shooter than Steph. Basically. Detlef Shrimp. Better than he was Dirk Nowitzki before Dirk. Detlef Shrimp. Tom Chambers. Another great guy. Dan Marley, better shooter than Steph. Tim Legler, better shooter than Steph. Inspirational Seagull. What happened to the Brewers? They're not good as I thought they were. No, they're not good. Let's look at the Brewer lineup and somehow can we explain how they are a top offensive club? They have 4 guys hitting over 250. Yelich, again, 46 games for Yelich. Contreras is having a monster year. 305, 9 homers, 48 ribbies. Great, 17 doubles. Awesome. Tarang's having a nice season, 291, 26 stolen bases. But, I mean, the rest of this team with at-bats, 277, 257, 244, 241, 222, 218. It's like Jake Bauers batting 205. The guy plays all the time. I don't get how they win. Peralta, a 4+ ERA. He hasn't been awesome. Ray's been decent. I mean, Ross, Tobias Myers, Wilson. I mean, look at his staff. A couple years ago, Woodruff and Burns are Cy Young 1 and 2. This team is going to come back to earth. I get it. Clutch hitting. It's important. I don't want to lay 140 with them on the road. I don't want to lay 140 with the Dodgers or the Yankees or the Phillies or the Braves or the Phillies, who I think are decent teams. Milwaukee, I don't think is a good team at all. Glenn Rice. Yeah, Glenn Rice is good. Forgot about Glenn Rice. Michael B's laughing. He's getting out of here. He's laughing himself right out of the room when I bring up some of these 80s and 90s guys. Cleveland 0-2 without the third baseman. No Jose Rodriguez. Is that who's out? Jose Ramirez, rather? Jose Rodriguez. Jose Ramirez? Is he out? Yes, he is. He is out. The old J-Ram, quiet MVP guy that nobody talks about. Yeah, big loss. Under. Eric's in the house. O's my line. I know the Mets will take the Yankees. I think the line is too high. Listen, that was my first game I looked at today, last night. Moneyline Markel says, O's, baby, O's. And good afternoon, Moneyline Markel. Anything else before I head off into the sunset on a Tuesday? Look at lines back tonight. If you're around, I will be here. O's plus 130, Twins run line, Mets run line. We got a couple more comments. Under 9 Yankee game. I disagree. I disagree with that. It was 8.5. It got up to 9. Tommy, my guy, finally lose on a parlay. They couldn't get over 199.5. Terrible. Truth told, I had a great NBA season formerly in my own parlays. I'll get you on board next year with the parlay. Listen, put them in the chat. If the chat hits, the people will be happy, Tommy. So there's that. I'm not running the parlays. So that was a tough one. Over one night. I mean, you can't get over 200 points. Are you kidding me? You knew Boston would score some points. They were embarrassed. Did you think? I mean, what a terrible performance by the Mavericks. Stop, Gio. Weren't NBA games in the 80s not televised? That would have been easy to rig all those games. They were televised on tape delay, I think. I remember T games. And it was, I clearly remember Larry Bird. And again, I don't even know why, because CBS was the Atlanta Hawks station. But it was the Daryl Hall and John Oates one-on-one song. And maybe it was a montage, but obviously, just Bird was the man back in like 84, whenever it was 82. He was fabulous. I just remember those commercials on TBS. Love TBS back in the 80s. Hey, Davis, we got to get Davis an Omaha Storm Chasers t-shirt. That's his AAA squad. Davis is AAA affiliate. All righty. I'm out of here. You got the games. They're scrolled. They're tweeted. Comment section. You could find them anywhere, just like you can find me. Hit the like button on the way out. Please do. Late night Monday tonight if you're interested for a little look at lines. Otherwise, Wednesday, midday. See you then. Good luck.